a real seamless line right up into the jump. And Clyde said, well, here's the deal. On the picture, it shows you going over the bridge. So he said, well, technically, you didn't go over the bridge, so not going over the bridge means you would typically be DQ'd. Now, Clyde said, because there was not a flag or tape there, it could have been seen as just being creative line. So what he had all the he had all the drivers come over, and all the drivers said, listen. He kind of said, listen, the line he followed was not the line we told everybody to go. We'll give you guys the option. Do you want to let him rerun, or do you want him to be DQ'd? And I'm pretty sure everybody raised their hand, let him rerun. So what they're going to do is they're going to put a flag down there on the bridge, and they're going to let him rerun. We'll let Wes kill, and then I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've been hiding under a rock for the last year, this is Wes Keene in the Redneck Rocket Ship, and he about 5 months ago was burned very badly, hospitalized for a while. What I also didn't know, he told me last week that they called his family and were like, "Hey, well, it's not looking good. You better say your ass goodbyes." Yeah. He said they did that twice.
Aww.
I'm like, wow. So since then, he came out to our last race, and then, again, had a surgery scheduled for this week, was able to get it moved. So he came out just to have fun and play with us. He is driving with his left hand, which is a palm. He's missing all the fingers. So he's literally steering with just his palm, and he's shifting with his right hand. He's typically left-handed, which he has no fingers on.
Oh, I didn't know he was left-handed.
Yeah. So he said it's been a very challenge.
Oh, gosh.
So he's left-handed. He has no fingers on the left hand, so he's steering with his palm, and then he's running the shifter and his rear steer with the left hand.
Right hand.
Right hand, I'm sorry, yes, right hand. So he has a lot going on in that cab right now.
Here we go.
But again, we'll still have a great time today. Again, this downhill section is super steep. There's several big jumps. Right here, it's about a 5-foot straight drop-off, and it's super steep. Again, you can see a lot of the buggies had, several times they were bouncing pretty hard. There we go. Come on, Wes, get up there.
Are we on the page?
We are.
It just came up and then disappeared.
Here went straight to the hill, bypassed the bridge, which there was no tape and there was no flag.
Right.
So it's kind of a legal move, but what Clyde said is it's on the drawing. Do you have to go across the bridge? So technically it would be an illegal move. Rather than DQ him, he called all the drivers and said, I'll give you the option of you guys can vote. He can DQ him or we can let him run again. So he, now obviously everyone else said, hey, let him run again. I mean, he had a smoking time.
Yeah.
So we said, go ahead and let him run again.
It was ambiguous.
So he came up and he's going to run again.
All right, guys. I don't know if the live feed is actually working right now or not. If it is, an update is that we are going to go ahead and put the satellites up, I believe, for the second half of the day to try and take care of that problem. So we are not too far from wrapping up Hill 1 for the Branik Motorsports Bouncer Cup. As always, we are recording. And you'll be able to go and watch, go back and watch when we post the footage later. Danny Smith is on the line, and he is only 31 points behind Timmy for the season overall. Ooh, a little bit of a
little jolt. Again, look at him skim across that.
Rowdy.
That Radflow suspension section making that buggy work.
He is, too. He is. And again, what's funny is there's a jump right where he dipped down there and kind of splashed through water. That actually was designed to be a jump. Everybody, side-by-sides, all have stopped, kind of went down into it and came back out. I was talking to Danny yesterday, and he's
111.936. How many 111s have we had today?
Ton. When he was reading it, I was like, holy cow.
Does that mean something?
I don't know. And it's so funny that, like, kind of no matter what the course is, side-by-sides and big bouncers, all have had, like, rough around.
We've had, like, 3 or 4.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, Danny with a 111. Timmy's still in the lead with a 104.
Again,
That's not a huge gap, though. And then we've got Wes with a Adam Coots with a 112, and then Wes with a 117. And Cash is on the line.
Y'all, look, right here's your upset of the day right here. Cash is ready. He's got his mind.
Cash is sitting 5th in points overall right now.
He's young. He can take them hits better than them old dudes. He'll let her eat. Y'all get ready.
Okay, we got Cash LaCroix sitting in the starting gate.
Trying a couple things to get the live feed smoothed out now to finish out.
I see Jay Storth sitting over there in his buggy. So we got a handful of buggies still to go yet.
Get it, Cash.
He's kind of skimming over that. Again, he's running a leading arm and a trailing arm as well.
Oh, there's smoke coming out of there.
There is. I don't know if that's a shock. It looks like that's where shock bodies are at. He may have shock leaking. Again, like I said, I was trying to watch when every time he hit, it looked like it was. It could be a bypass for the vent for his gas tank. We'll have to finally get back here.
Cash already raced in our UTV Cup class, as well as UTV Bounty. Didn't do so great in the Cup. He did have a rollover and was a DNF, but he had a 2nd place time on Hill 1 for UTV Bounty.
That looks like a shock because it's coming from one side of the buggy. Maybe not.
Hey, I think he's fire extinguishers up there. Make sure he's good.
I'm not sure what is smoking back there.
There's something on the radiator, quit radiating or something.
Yeah, it might be part of the radiator.
Again,
it looks like it's coming from the driver's side of that rear buggy.
Boy, you other racers got lucky because he was on the fastest track for the day by far.
I don't know if he had a bad coolant leak there. I said at first it looked like one of the bypasses.